All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this one out with Hall. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Here we go. Good. Extend. Right.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here's Hall once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Completed to Reynolds. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A give left side for Hall. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That's cocky, finds Allen Lazard. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 6 now. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. Caught near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Hey, 10. Here we go. Tonight.
Hall is in for the New York touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Stroud now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Stroud from the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 13-0 lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. And sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Sheds off a rusher. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Under. Ray. Where's the hot?
Now pitch it to Mixon. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Walk to the right. Where's the hot?
Shotgun now for Stroud. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the gun, Stroud. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. There he goes on the right side. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
Zuerlein on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets push their lead to 21-zip already. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 13. Pass caught by Tank Dell. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Robin. Now the play.
Mixon on the toss. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 21-0 our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Back to throw. Stroud made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here we go.
Now we're on the draw with Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down throw for Fields. Go try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
So many of these NFL facilities we travel around and we see signage all over the place. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's about protecting it offensively, and it's about doing just that, taking it away defensively.
They've got first down from the 31.
All right.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Chuck Clark has it. Has room down the left sideline. And he makes the Huts go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Returns looking good so far. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield.
Through the decades, Kate, all kick returners have had to have tremendous vision, but it's a little different now with these new rules. You're not watching and feeling those guys running at you all the way down the field, no. Now you're more like a running back. You're looking for that crease, that opening, that lane to exploit, and boy, did he.
Going right side, mixing with it. Jukes one defender. He cuts it back left. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Texans start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go. Good.
Here's second and 11. Finding Reynolds. Get some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
Don't jump. Ready?
Hall takes it straight ahead. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought down by Julian Blackman. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
Here we go, son.
They go right back to Hall. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down.
Here we go, son.
Gonna keep this one and go. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Bass's kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't connect to a tank down. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. It's a fake from deep on their own half. This is caught. And the fake works to perfection. He's got the 1st down.
If they need a new emergency quarterback, Kate, I think they found their man. Seems like a call they had confidence in, and that was the perfect moment to dial it up.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
On the quick, right?
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Nixon on the counter. He'll cobble together a yard there. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Working quickly here. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. Running for it, Mixon. Near the sideline at the 30, still going. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
That's just what happens when a pitch is called and perfectly counters what the defense is doing. Able to seal that edge, get outside to the right flank, and the running back knew what to do.
Dell with the grab. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 17. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Man in motion, out of the slot. Throw on third down. He's got him. That's Mixon. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Stroud gonna go on fourth down. Schultz with the catch. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
Fields on first down. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's going to step out a yard or 2 short of the 30. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. That's brought in by Lazard. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right.
A give left side. Here's Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, Stroud. Get him yet again. And the Jets get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
They'll go right side with Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they take him down right along the 30. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hall running between the tackles. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, search forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Can. Here we go, Scott. Go.
Here's Hall once more. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He brings it in. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got it. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go, Scott.
Hall. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Zuerlein on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jets continue piling on to this lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. We'll have to pause now as they tend to an injured player, and that appears to be Joe Mixon, who they're looking at. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
South.
Stroud from the pistol. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a small chunk off that lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Here we go.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
It's Hall on the carry. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, Hall gets it again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Go.
Fields now, 3rd and long. Hits his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that grows the lead to 27.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they pick him off again. And the Jets take over on his 5th interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. You go right over their head.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Nothing on that play, and now we have second and goal.
You got it. Here we go.
And he's got a free play here. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets grow their lead yet again. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's been a great time at the stadium for this crowd. Their side has turned this into a blowout as we start the fourth.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. It's Mixon on second down. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Working quickly here. Here's Stroud on first and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Zuerlein on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets continue adding on to that lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Dell now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, second and 9. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And he moves the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Stroud off the play fake. Still on his feet. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Stroud. And they pick him off again! Along the right sideline, there's space! And he's gonna go! It's a pick six! Zuerlein on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tack on 7 more to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Dell now to return it. And look at this return. Races past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get them, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made a pay with that one.
1st and 10, on to Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Stroud now on 3rd. Finds a man right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. Third and just 2 to go.
On the quick, right?
Throwing is Stroud. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Texans putting up points in a game decided. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
Here we go, Sly.
They go right back to Hall. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Final timeout called by the Texans, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Here we go. Get out.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hall there to haul it in. There he goes again. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets throwing 6 more on the blowout. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Zerline with the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Already.
A handoff from Mixon, running right. And he's tackled for a short gain. Trying to set this up quick. Keeping it with Mixon. Up the sideline he goes at the 35. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Mixon on the toss. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They've got to keep moving quick here. 2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Why Tony? Look the high.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss. So the win goes to the Jets. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.